Hi, my name is Steve Cordero. I'm from Acrobat Enterprise Support. Welcome to IT Tips and Tricks. Uninstalling Adobe Acrobat X Pro. Now, if you're just a general user, the way you're going to do this is via the control panel, and that's the way that most people will be doing that. But if you are an administrator or a support person, or perhaps somebody who's writing scripts for an installer group, you're going to want to do this via a command line or a script or some utility. We're going to show you a couple different ways, and the first way is via the command line, and let's bring up the command prompt and show you. So here's the command prompt, and we're going to use the MSI installer commands to remove it. MSI exec .exe /x. And then the next thing you're going to want to put there is the GUID, sometimes referred to as the GUID. Now, you can get the GUID from the registry, or you can get it from Adobe Acrobat's path. And I'm going to show you where the path is and how that's done. Go into the setup folder here, and we have another folder that has the GUID. And actually within here, you go in here, there are the setup files. But that's not what we're using it for right now, so let's paste it in. And now we've got the GUID in the command line. Now normally if you're writing a script, you're going to put some commands here or some switches that will hide the interface from the user, but we're not going to do that for demonstration purposes, and we want to show you what's going on behind the scenes. So let's do that right now and just run the uninstall. We'll just install our prompts, and this is only for the UI. You won't see this if you're using the switches for silent. Those would be like /Q, /QN, /QB, and let's say yes. And now it will begin removing. And there the uninstall is complete. And let's verify that by going to the control panel and having a look. And here we can see Acrobat has been removed. Okay, I'm going to reset now, and we'll come back and show you another method of uninstalling Adobe Acrobat X Pro. Okay, we've reset. And now I'd like to show you a tool we have available on Adobe Labs. It's called the Adobe Reader and Acrobat Cleaner tool. Here we go. It's located at labs.adobe.com/downloads/ Acrobat Cleaner.html. And this tool is mostly used for when the installer just doesn't want to remove the products. So let's do the first paragraph here, which is a brief description. The Adobe Reader and Acrobat Cleaner tool removes a standalone installation of Reader or Acrobat, including any preferences and settings that may be preserved during a standard program uninstall. The tool has both a user interface as well as a command line interface. And then we come down here, and by downloading the software listed below, I acknowledge that I've read and agreed to the terms of the Adobe Reader and Acrobat Cleaner tool license, the Adobe.com terms of use, and the Adobe Online Privacy Policy. So it's right here, and let's click that. And we want to save that. We're going to save that to our desktop. Close, and we can close this window now. And here's the utility itself. Yes. And here's the documentation. So we're going to look at the UI version first, which is the first step, and then after we've done that, we'll reset and use the command line version. But let's take a look at the UI. Okay, this tool removes Adobe Acrobat or Adobe Reader, including the preferences and settings that may be preserved when uninstalled normally. This tool should only be used when a normal program uninstall is not successful. Click Next to begin or Cancel to exit. And we're going to click Next. And here is the end user license agreement that all applications usually have. And we are going to accept it. Choose the product to remove. We have Acrobat 10 Pro installed, so that's what we're going to select. Say Next. And then it says Setup has detected one or more installed instances of Adobe Acrobat on the machine. Press Clean Now to start cleanup. And we press the button Clean Now. And it's completed. It says Adobe Acrobat has been successfully removed from the machine. Please reboot your machine to complete the setup. Before we do that, though, we want to click View Log. And here's a log with the information of what has been removed. And now we'll click Finish. And next we'll show you the command line version of the use of this tool. And time to reset. Okay, we're reset now, and we're going to demonstrate the command line usage of the Adobe Reader and Acrobat Cleaner tool. So to do that, first thing we need to do is go to Command Prompt, and I want to show you something that's actually within the documentation. It's command line usage, and here is the basic syntax for the tool. Silent switch, product switch, install path switch, clean level switch, and scan for others. It also has the variables and how to define what you want to do with the command line syntax. And I just wanted to show you that so that you know it's there in the documentation, that you can reference it going forward. So let's close that up before we uninstall Acrobat 10 Pro. And let's paste in what we're going to be using. And here we have it. ADBE AR cleaner.exe /silent /product code, which is 0 for Acrobat. Install path, which is the install path on this machine to the application. The clean level, which is the default, which is 0. And scan for others, which is also set to the default, which is 1 in this case. So before we start the uninstall, I want to bring up the Task Manager, which will give us a reading on when the uninstaller is finished, and then we can have a look in the control panel, make sure it's done. But let's start the uninstall. And there it's completed. So let's take a quick look in the control panel. And make a verification. And there we have it. Acrobat has been removed, and we're completed. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.